Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about revision timetables because if you're in year 11 you probably have your mocks right now or are going to have your mocks very soon, so why not make a video about exactly how you can make revision timetables and the best way of making them, because timetables really affect how well you revise and how much you revise for, so that's exactly why I decided to make this video. Let's start off with prospective revision timetables. So these are your bog standard normal revision timetables. So for example, if I get a piece of paper, basically your revision timetable that you're probably most familiar with is just basically writing, say, on one side writing the days of the week. So you've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You get the idea, and basically what you do is you go, so on Monday I'm going to revise a bit of maths at this time, and then I'm going to revise a bit of chemistry. The point is, you're basically saying, okay, so here is my revision timetable. I am going to be doing this set fixed amount of revision each week, and you can kind of understand why that's a bad idea, because firstly, the first thing I would say about the prospective revision timetable is because you're looking on and deciding what you're going to need to revise for, it's a bit difficult to predict accurately when you're going to have free time and when you're not going to have free time, because you never know, you might suddenly get some important thing that you have to go to or something like that, and then you can't follow your timetable. It's way too rigid to be, it's not flexible enough, you can't really move it around. You're stuck with these set times where you have to do things, and it's just, that is one big problem with the prospective revision timetable. Another thing I would say about the revision timetable is that it's not that easy to understand what it means to revise. So for example, if I say I'm going to do some math revision, what does that mean? Like, what are you supposed to do? So I know now that I'm going to be doing math revision, so what? Do I do some practice maths questions? If I am, what topics should I do? So the point is, you're just so lost in what to do, you're just going to aimlessly scroll through the specification to get like a specific topic to do, or you just don't know what you're meant to do. It's not specific enough, it's not clear. Another thing I would say about the prospective revision timetable is that you don't know when you get better at something, you don't know when you'll get worse at something, if you get what I mean. So for example, right now, if I say that I'm bad at chemistry, I might say that, okay, I'm going to do chemistry on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, so I can really get loads of chemistry revision done because I know I'm bad at it. The problem with that is that, let's say in about a week's time I'm no longer bad at chemistry, then do I have to just completely scrap the revision timetable now because it's now uneven, or should I just continue going with it? It's weird because you can't really change it or alter it. You're stuck with this fixed plan, and you don't know whether you're going to get better at something or whether you're going to get worse at something. So I don't like this revision timetable that much. If you like it, I'm not saying it's something that you shouldn't do, but it's not very efficient in my opinion, because there'll be some days where you have loads of free time and you're like, okay, I want to do as much revision as I can, but you only have 2 things that you're supposed to be doing on that day. And then there's other days where you've got so much stuff that you have to do, you don't even know if you're able to do 1 hour's worth of revision. So it really depends. I do not like the prospective revision timetable at all. So you're probably wondering, what is a good way of making a revision timetable? Instead of looking prospectively towards the future, you look backwards, you look retrospectively, and this is known as the retrospective revision timetable. I did kind of touch on this last video, so if you haven't seen that, make sure you do. But basically, the retrospective revision timetable is where you have the topics by the side and you get to decide yourself when you want to do specific topics, and then you write in a specific date and then you can color code how well you did. It's actually a really nice way of revising because it eliminates the problem of rigidity, because now it's flexible. You can do 4 topics worth of information one day, on another day you can just do 1. It really depends on how much you want to do. But that can also be a problem as well, because if you get to decide how much revision you do each day, then I don't know, but it may not just be me, but I don't like revising. I mean, revising's okay, but there's better things that you can do. So if you see that you get to choose when you want to revise, it's much less likely for you to actually sit down and get that revision done. That's why I also recommend time blocking with this, because the difference between time blocking and a revision timetable, by the way, is that when you time block, you're doing it at the start of the day, so you know exactly what's going to happen in the day and when you're going to have free time and how you feel. If you are making a revision timetable, you're setting out an entire plan over a course of a few weeks to revise for exams. So I recommend time blocking if you're going to do retrospective revision timetables, which is a really nice way of doing it. But the big problem I have with this is that on the side there are topics. So you're going to say, for example, in chemistry, if I'm going to study atomic structure, what does that mean? Does that mean I watch videos on atomic structure? Does that mean I do flashcards on atomic structure? Does that mean I do practice questions? It's not really clear. So for me, I don't really like it that much, because the problem I have is I don't know what I'm meant to be doing. Like the flashcards side, I don't have a set time when I do my RemNote flashcards. I just do them whenever I have free time. So if I'm on the bus, for example, I have nothing else to do, I might just quickly get done with a few flashcards. The memorizing part is mainly like that. I don't really sit down and go, okay, I'm going to do a bit of RemNote. For me, I don't really like doing it that way. RemNote's like a side thing. It doesn't even feel like revision. It just seems like me just emptying out my queue, just quickly getting done with all the cards, making sure that I remember everything. So that's not that bad of a problem. But the thing is, let's say that I wanted to do a past paper. Okay, so for example, for maths, I wanted to do a past paper. That does count as revision, but you can't really note it down on your timetable. It's much more difficult to do that because you're doing a past paper. And I just thought over the weekend, what if, because for me, when you get closer to an exam, for me everything shifts to past papers. I do nothing but past paper questions, because practice and preparation is the best thing you can do right before an exam. It's the best way you can get better. So I just do as many past papers as I can. So for example, right now I have a week until my exams, my mock exams. I am literally just bashing out past papers. I'm making sure I do as many as I can. Actually, I only do like one each day, to be honest. I don't want to do too much because it's not that bad. I just want to make sure that I can get into the habit of doing past papers. But my revision timetable tells me that I need to get into the habit of doing certain topics. So I decided, what if you combine the retrospective revision timetable with past papers? And I was enlightened. So that's exactly what I did. On the left side, I had all my past papers for different subjects. So I would write biology, chemistry, physics, paper 1, paper 2, stuff like that. And then I would note down exactly when I did a specific past paper, and then I would give it a colour depending on the grade I got for it. And this way I could see A, how well I'm doing on my past papers, and B, which past papers I need to do more of and which subjects I have to go over more. So I just thought that this was great. It's completely changed the way I revise now, because now I have something that's holding me accountable, and I can clearly see, oh wait a minute, this is yellow, I might need to do another past paper for this subject, and I might see, oh, this is nice and green, so I might leave this subject for a bit because I'm very confident in it. Okay, so here is my revision timetable. I wouldn't really call it a revision timetable. I think it's better if I call it a past papers tally, because it's more for just seeing exactly which past papers I'm doing and how well I'm doing on them. So I've got on the left here my different subjects, and I've got next to them all the different papers that there are for each of the different subjects. So for example, math, I've got my non-calculator, and I've got calculator papers as well. I don't have my DT one here for some reason, I need to add that in. But the point is, I've got a colour scale at the bottom over here, and when I'm finished with a past paper, I see exactly where it would fall on the colour scale, and you can see I've been quite strict with it. I've got a lot of nice colours for 90 and stuff like that, and then it just goes to yellow as soon as it goes below 70%. So the point is, I can clearly see exactly when I'm doing good on a specific past paper and when I'm doing bad on a specific past paper, and exactly which subjects I need to improve on. That's exactly why I have this here. So for example, imagine I do a past paper on, I don't know, let's say biology, okay, and I got, let's say out of 20, even though the paper's not out of 20, let's say we got like 15 out of 20, for example. What I would do is I'd actually put the date in the cell. So I would write the date, so the date today is 15th of November. So I'd write in 15, 11, 21, and then what no, I wouldn't do that. I'd first see, okay, 15 over 20 is 75%, so it would fall under this category. I'd copy that, I'd put that in its space, and then I'd add in my 15, 11, 21. So you can see that I've got my thing here, and you can see it's like a light green, and I can clearly see exactly how well I'm doing on it. And then what I want to do is I go over here, and you can see it says insert notes. What I do is I write over here exactly my score that I got, so 15 out of 20, and then underneath I would write exactly just as a percentage what that was, 75%. And underneath that I would write whatever paper it was, so I don't know, June 2019 for example. It's just an example. The point is now I can easily go, oh wait a minute, I didn't do that well on this paper. Oh, it was the June 2019 paper. Okay, let me look over that and see exactly why I went wrong on. That's the way of doing it. So let me just quickly fill this in just to show you how this is meant to be done. Okay, so I am done with my timetable. You can kind of see that it's a lot of past papers. There's no way you're going to be doing this many past papers, especially if you have your mocks in a week like me. But the point is, you can kind of see the distribution of colours. So for example, I can just see from here, oh wait a minute, I have a few oranges, that's not good. So for example, Macbeth, English literature, oh no, like these aren't separate papers. What I've just done is decided, okay, I'm not going to do all three in one, I'm just going to do different. I don't even have unseen poetry here for some reason, but the thing I'm going to do is just do essays at a time instead of actually doing the entire paper. But you can kind of see from here, I haven't put any notes like this one because I wasn't bothered to, it's a lot of work, but the point is, I can just see that, oh, I'm getting 100% in French reading, I don't need to continue doing that. Oh, physics paper 2, I've been getting 100% twice, I don't need to worry about that. But stuff like religious studies, theme, what's happened here is I just got worse. I don't even know what happened. Apparently I got less than 50% on my birthday when I was born, but okay. The point is, you can kind of see from here exactly how well you're doing with different past papers, and you can also see which subjects you need to do more past papers for. So for example, I've done a lot of geography past papers here, you can just see this, but at the same time biology is kind of lacking. I might need to add a few more past papers into that, and you just look at the colours, it's just a nice vibrant way of organising everything. I really like it. It's your choice whether you want to implement it into your revision or not. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the comments below about how I do this and stuff, but apart from that, have an amazing day. I just want to say good luck for your mocks. If you're having them right now, don't stress too much, just try your best. If you don't get the scores you want, you know that you can improve in the actual GCSEs, so it doesn't matter. But I'm not saying don't revise, because make sure you revise as much as you can, do your past papers, and just have a lovely day. So good luck to you all, and I'll see you again next time. Bye. I need to think of a good outro. What could I do? I could maybe no. If you guys have any ideas, I would love to know a nice way of ending the videos, because I never have any clue. I just say whatever I like. Leave them in the comments as well, because why not? Thanks for watching.